Hello, Montclair. Mountie born, I'm a Mountie bred, and when I die, I'm a Mountie dead. Oh, Ray of Montclair. My time at Mount Hebron was a very special time in the formative years of my life. I entered the 7th grade as my father left his position as manager of Newark Airport to participate in World War II. When I got to the middle school, Mount Hebron Junior High, it led to a maturing and to an increased awareness, along with a summer from age 9 to age 16 in a wonderful place in Maine where I learned the fellowship of guys and the competitive spirit, desire to win. I didn't want to lag behind my 2 older sisters who excelled well in their studies, and I was monkeying around. Maybe I goofed off a little bit. Maybe I had become aware of girls, and I was a little embarrassed. And I developed some of those more aggressive activities here. And of course, it prepared me for Montclair High School and my growing ambitions to be an aviation pilot like my father was. And West Point seemed like the most logical way. My father had some different ideas, but that's another rambling subject. And it tends to get a few people irritated. Sophomore year, I was a blocking back, a quarterback, and I was going to be a running back. Junior year was important. I had to take the entrance exams, so I gave up football. Much to my regret in the stands on the first game that year. But there I was, out again with Clary Anderson and Butch Fortunato. Now, in the meantime, all the running backs and passing backs they were cultivated and they knew who they were going to be. But they had an opening in the center position. And I pioneered one-hand centering, and in the big game Thanksgiving. We were punting, and I one-handedly dribbled the ball back to Bob Deacon. I didn't like that. But 165-pound center in an undefeated, untied state championship, Route 14. When I got to West Point, 165.
Sir,
I
could you
was
scoot
not
down?
attracted by the coach Earl Blake for the Golden Knights of the Hudson. Too small. So I got the swimming team. Nah, too much work. But then I cultivated what I had learned to excel in here at Montclair, and that's pole vaulting. Unfortunately, this was still Swedish steel and some material that didn't bend very much. And later, of course, the pole bends 90 degrees and you're off on acrobatics. But all throughout this school, and Joe Woods and other people who were teaching sports. Oh, I remember I had an English teacher in the 8th grade, and I guess I was enamored with science fiction. Isaac Asimov, H.G. Wells, Arthur Clarke. So I wrote a little English paper or something on science fiction inspiration. Not very popular. But this school prepared me for a very dedicated, accelerated accomplishments at Montclair High. And I'm so honored that this school was so influential. And now you're going to change the name of Mount Hebron. I always wondered, George Ennis, yeah, he was an artist, I think. But who the heck was Mount Hebron? Was it a mountain somewhere? Not very tall. So I thought this was appropriate because of its forming. A little child and budding offering higher education in between. So much can happen that prepares you. And so I am just so honored to have this school, Aldrin Middle School, named after me. It's one of the more unique honors that I've received. And it's particularly warming because it's here in my hometown. There is an Aldrin Elementary School in Reston, Virginia, close to Dulles Airport. There is a Buzz Aldrin Elementary School, Schaumburg, Illinois, close to Chicago. But this town will continue to make the Buzz Aldrin Middle School the best school and make me proud. And I will do everything I can. There now is a Buzz Aldrin Space Institute at Florida Tech in Melbourne, Florida. And it will be providing the background for my program of cycling pathways to occupy Mars. So, the little kid here at Mountainside to the moon, and then developed the creative pathways for humans to occupy Mars. Now, what better time to be alive? Mother was born the year the Wright brothers flew. I went to the moon, and I'm helping some of you folks, if you want, to maybe spend the rest of your life. I don't know why you want to leave Montclair, but the rest of your life on Mars. And I want to thank everyone who has made this possible. I know it took time and dedication and support, and believe me, I really do cherish this, and members of my family, I can guarantee you, will feel very proud that their father, their uncle, did pretty well in life. Thank you very much.